Hi everybody, welcome back to Tips for You. Today I have a great tip for you. I'm so excited about it because it's changed my life and I want to share that with you so maybe it'll help you in your life as well. And for anybody who's battling ants, that's what this video is about. And I have battled ants at my house for years. And you know I'm a person who likes the natural approach, so I was very reluctant to call an exterminator for anything like that. I can tell you that I did put pesticides around the perimeter of my home, on the outside of my home, and it did not work. Nothing worked. And this was like a concentrated type of a thing that you get at Home Depot. And, you know, my husband would go around the house and put it down carefully, however you're supposed to put it down. And it really didn't help. So I did a little experiment. Last spring, I bought ant baits. And I have to say that nothing has worked like these ant baits. So I want to recommend them to you. I'm going to tell you all about them, and what I did, and how you have to follow it so that you can rid yourself of ants as well. Now, I had the black Carpenter ones, and I also had some reddish ones with wings that would come out. And don't worry, they weren't termites. I had them looked at. They were definitely ants. And I had them in the pavement outside, like my garage area, and in the foundation, of my garage. And then I had black Carpenter ants in an area of my home. And then, of course, they would make their way around. So it was just awful. And, bugs have their place in the world. It's just I don't want them in my house. So I went to Home Depot and I bought Grants. These are ant baits, and they kill ants. The good thing about these is that they're inconspicuous. They're not harmful, although children should not be handling them. So do not place them where kids are going to get their hands on them. And when you do buy your ant baits, do read the box. Follow it to the letter. That's what I did. Make sure you know what kind of ants you have. If you've got those big black ones, even the medium-sized black ones, those are the Carpenter ants. Those are the ones that burrow into the wood of your home, make nests, and they just destroy the wood framing of your house. So you want to make sure that you get an ant bait that's going to work for your type of ant. Now, these that I bought, these were in Home Depot, and that's why I bought them, because they killed the type of ant that I was looking to deal with, and this is what they carried, and they're so inexpensive. I can't even remember what I paid for a box. It's probably like $4. Anyway, this one kills Argentine, black Carpenter, cornfield, little black, odorous house, and pavement ants. So if you've got those little tiny ones that you see in the kitchen or whatever, then you're good with this too. And no matter, I keep my house clean. No food around, no garbage around, no nothing. And it's not that. They just get into your home from the outside. Of course, they're looking for sources of food if you've got the food ants, which I did not have. I had the ones that made homes in the wood, and I had the pavement ants. So what you have to do is you have to, every 15 to 20 feet around the outside of your home, because these will do indoor and outdoor ants. Kills them both inside and outside of the home. They're fabulous. Every 15 to 20 feet around the perimeter of your home, you're going to put one of these ant baits. I'm going to show you what they look like. See what they look like? They're like a little bait. See, there's the medicine is in there. The food, actually, it's some kind of sticky food that they like to eat. It attracts them, and then eventually it will kill them. And this is the little stake part, and you just press it into the earth. And this is facing out, of course, and they just sit there, and they're very inconspicuous. Just go all around your home with them. Now, on the inside of your home, put them under sinks, places where you think you've seen ants. That's the best place. And you just lie them in there like this. And that's all you do. See how simple and easy? This box comes with 10, so you get 10 of them. So you buy several boxes. Now, for outside, you have to replace them every 6 weeks. And I was meticulous about it. 6 weeks came up, I went out there, pulled out the old ones, and we put out all new ones again. Inside, you can leave them in place for 3 months. And then after 3 months, you need to replace them again. So let me tell you about the activity I saw. What happens is they swarm several times a year. I think it's like twice a year. So in the spring, see them all come out. They'd be, running around the house or in the garage. They'd be swarming. And then they would kind of disappear. So you think, oh, good. I sprayed. It's working, right? No, that just kills the ones probably that are on their way in. But it really never gets to the nest. With these ant baits, the little carrier ants, the ones that feed the colony, the scouts, they get the food, they take it back to the nest, and they feed it to the rest of the nest and the queen. And eventually they can't reproduce anymore. Now, I had them in place. I came back from like a little week vacation, and all around like my dining room near this window where I had suspected they were in that wall, there were so many dead ants all over the floor. They were just dead, dead, dead. Then I started seeing the big giant ones, like must have been the queens with the wings dead. So I knew that this was working, that this was getting carried to the nest, as well as when the queen starts to come out to mate so that she can make more ants, it got her as well. So this went on. I did this all the way through October. I put these ant baits down. And when the winter started to come, I just left the ones in place that were outside around the periphery of the home. And I left the last ones that I put in the house and just left them there in case, something erupted during the winter. So come this spring, I haven't seen one ant. I mean, not one. I have seen ants for years, as long as I've been in this house. And, some years we probably had less, and other years there were more, but they were always swarming in the same spots. They were so annoying. I've used ant baits before, but I was never diligent. First of all, I didn't have indoor, outdoor. So I only was putting them around the inside of the house. And then, you just leave them there and you forget about it and you'd never replace them. And so then it would probably get used up and you wouldn't benefit from it. But this time I did the outside and the inside. So now I created a barrier outside. So I was killing those that were outside from coming in, and it was all getting to the nests. There are probably nests under my garage or in the ground around my shrubs that it would get back to them. When I tell you I haven't seen one ant, not even in the driveway, not on the walkway, not in any shrubbery in the gardens, nothing. I was so ecstatic. I can't believe I got rid of them. But if you can just deal with, seeing them, that's the problem. That's why I never had success using the ant baits in the past, is because, you start to see them and you get impatient. And so you just, you want to spray or something because you can't take seeing them. And that's what a lot of people do. But if you can be patient and just let them carry their food and go back and forth, and you don't want to disrupt the nest, you just want to let them know where the food is, let them get it, let them bring it back, they will die. I had so many dying. It was disgusting. It gave me the creepies because ants are not, they're bugs that I don't like. But I can tell you, I haven't seen one. I put them all back out again later this spring instead of earlier in the spring. I haven't seen one ant in my house, nowhere. In the basement, nowhere. It works. That's why I want to share this with you, because this is something that people think they just have to live with, or they think they've just, got to replace all the wood in their house to get rid of them because they've made a large nest. If you get these ant baits, if you're diligent about the every 6 weeks replacing them through the ant season, so I would say spring to fall, and then just leave some in place like I did for over the winter, and then you replace the ones in your house every 3 months, I think you can get rid of your ants. I am amazed. I am so happy. That's why I said I have to share this with my viewers. For anybody who's suffering with ants and just tired of dealing with them. A lot of people have problems with them in the bathrooms and the kitchen because that's where the moisture is. because that's where the moist pipes are. They need moisture. They like moisture. So rotted wood is their favorite place, around and near pipes. So do, concentrate your efforts. Put one in the bathroom, in the kitchen, under the piping. They'll get at them. They'll find it. They will eat it. They will bring it back to the nest. And it worked for me. This was my last ditch effort. And then I thought, I'm going to just have to call an exterminator. And I really didn't want to do that. I try to keep my environment as pesticide free and clean as I can. I like to do things myself too. I mean, it saves money. If you can do it yourself. I mean, these are I don't even remember how many boxes I went through for this season, but it depends on the size of your property. 15 to 20 feet around the perimeter. Maybe, if you have a big house, it's a lot of ant baits, but if you have just a medium or small home, it's not that many. So I hope you really enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed sharing this with you. This was a big deal for me, and now looking back, it's been a year and a half, and I can say this was the best thing I ever did. That whole swarming season came and went, and I saw nothing. So I'm going to continue with my ant baits because I don't want them to come back. And I hope you'll pass this information on to any friends or family as well, anybody that has ants, because they really do work. And I showed you how easy they are to just put right into the ground, and you can't even see them. So thanks so much for viewing, and please subscribe because I have a lot more to come, lots of helpful tips on the way, and please do visit me at my blog spot where I do lots of postings on many different subjects that will help you lead a better quality life. Okay, thanks so much. Take care now. See you soon.